Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy and so excited to be saying that again. It has been over a year since I filmed my last video, and seriously, I have missed doing YouTube videos so much. I really just miss being in front of the camera and talking to all you guys and sharing all my experiences with you. You know, I missed all your comments and all your messages and all the support that you guys gave me in the past. I just want to say and express how sincerely happy I am to be back, and I'm super duper excited to be doing YouTube videos again and to really focus on my channel and grow my channel, grow my videos, and grow with all of you guys. I am here to stay for sure this time. I'm not going anywhere again. I am ready to take over the YouTube game with you guys. That's actually what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, is why I quit YouTube in the past and why I wasn't as active on social media as I usually am. So it's going to be a really serious and really personal video. I am so nervous. I don't know why. I feel like this is like my first YouTube video I've done. Okay, so for all the people who don't already know, I am transgender. So what that means is I was born a male, so I was born in a male's body, but growing up and all my life I never felt like a male. I always felt like, and I always identified on the inside as female. And it took me a really long time to come to terms with that and to admit that to myself and to come out and tell other people. So we're going to be talking about all that here in a minute. And as most of you guys have noticed, I have changed my name. So my new name is Kadence. And my pronouns have changed as well. So, you know, I go by female pronouns now. So she, her, miss, ma'am, hers, you know, all that stuff. Like I said, it took me a very long time to come to terms with that and to admit that to myself and to tell others about it. It was a very long, scary journey for me. And that's actually why I quit YouTube in the past, and why I disappeared off social media is because I just really needed that break to, you know, focus on me and my life and where everything was going and what I wanted from myself and my life. And plus, I didn't want to, you know, bring you guys along with me during that really dark time in my life. It was really bad. So I'll just give you guys a quick little rundown. I don't want this to be a super long video, and if I start crying, I'm sorry. I told myself I wouldn't, but you know how emotions are. Okay, so when I was 18 or 19, somewhere around there, I started hormone replacement therapy, which means I was taking a testosterone blocker, so my body wasn't producing testosterone anymore, which is the male hormone, and I started taking estrogen, which is the female hormone. So I started that, and I was doing that for about a month or two, but I was still having, you know, struggles within myself about it, and I was having a really hard time admitting it to myself at the time, and I was letting the fear and the anxiety I was having at the time control me, and I actually ended, long story short, I ended up stopping hormones. After about a month or two of being on them, I stopped hormones, and I tried to make myself be someone who I wasn't. So I tried to be a guy. I tried to be a stereotypical guy, so I cut my hair short, quit wearing girl clothes, quit wearing makeup, you know, quit doing all the things that I have been doing since I was like 15 or 16. So I did all those things, and I tried to, like I said, I tried to make myself be someone who I'm not. I tried to convince myself that I wasn't transgender. I tried to convince myself I was just a gay male. And this went on for a good year or two. And that's when things got really bad and really ugly really fast. My anxiety and my depression spiraled out of control. I mean, it was so bad. There were days I couldn't even leave the house because either my anxiety was too bad, I was having too many panic attacks, or all I wanted to do was lay in bed because of, you know, my really bad depression. And there was even a time where I would eat something and I would get so physically sick from the anxiety that I was scared to eat. So there was a time where I was only eating little bits of food here and there because I would get sick every single time. You know, I lost a lot of my friends at the time, and most importantly, I lost myself. I started using alcohol a lot to numb my pain and my emotions and what I was feeling. I would have so many panic attacks a day. Like, so many. I swear it was probably at least 10 really bad panic attacks a day. I was getting hospitalized a couple times for my anxiety. So it continued to get worse, and it continued to spiral out of control. And then last December, that was like my tipping point. Like, I had enough. I knew what I had to do. But I was too scared to do it. It was like my mind was trying to convince me otherwise. So in my heart and my soul, I knew I was female, I knew I was transgender, but my brain was trying to convince me I wasn't. My brain was trying to, convince me that I was just a really gay feminine man. My brain was trying to tell me, it's just a phase, you're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna regret all this. And I was thinking of all the what ifs, and, I was really focusing on all my fears at the time instead of listening to what my heart and my soul told me to do. So in December, like I said, that was my tipping point, and that was a really bad month for me. I started to think about suicide a lot more, which that's not like me at all. I've never thought about suicide before. Like, everyone thinks about it here and there, but I was thinking about it pretty much all the time. And my drinking was getting out of control at the time, and I didn't even know who I was anymore. I mean, I'd look in the mirror and I wouldn't even recognize, like, the person I was looking at, and I just felt so numb all the time. So in December is when I finally came to terms with it, and, I admitted it to myself and to all the people around me, and I made a doctor's appointment, and in February, is actually on Valentine's Day, I started hormone replacement therapy again, and I've been on it ever since. It's been almost 5 months now, and seriously, it's crazy because myself and my life is so much better, like 110% better. I did like a full 360, and I mean, it's just really crazy and kind of scary to look back on how my life was not even 6 months ago, and how bad I was, and how I was in such a scary, dark place. And it's just crazy because I allowed myself to be there because I listened to the fear and to the anxiety, and I wouldn't allow myself to be who I really am on the inside. And, it's just mind-boggling that I let myself get to that point. Looking at myself now, today, and, being happy again, and no anxiety, and no depression, and getting my confidence back, and getting my life back, and getting my friends back, and just growing into the person I am on the inside. It's such a surreal feeling. It's absolutely crazy. So that's kind of the message that I'm trying to tell you guys today is, don't be afraid. Just be yourself. Listen to your heart and your soul. Don't listen to the fear and to the anxiety and, to all those stupid what ifs. You are the most important thing in this world. You put yourself first. And for all you people who, are struggling right now or going through a really hard time, whether you're transgender, gay, straight, bisexual, whatever, if you're going through a hard time right now and you're struggling, just remember it does get better. I am living proof of that. And just, let that be the light at the end of the tunnel, just knowing that it does get better. Like I used to always say, my life motto at that time was, once you hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up. And it's true. I hit rock bottom, and I'm on my way up, and I haven't looked back, and things are going great. They're going smoothly. I'm so happy. Just be yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Don't lose who you really are. Don't be afraid to ask out for help. Don't be afraid to tell people how you're feeling. And if you are transgender, or, you're questioning your gender and you feel so alone and so isolated from the rest of the world, I promise you, you're not. I mean, I used to be in your shoes. I used to feel the exact same way. I used to feel like once I come out, nobody would want to talk to me. I'd lose all my family. I just always pictured myself as like just being by myself in a corner, just super depressed and unhappy. But don't be afraid to, reach out for help, or to talk to people about what you're feeling or how you're feeling or what's going on with yourself or, in your mind. There is so much help out there for LGBT people and LGBT youth. There's, you know, the suicide hotline, there's the trans lifeline, and I've called both of those places a lot. There's a LGBT center, like every state I'm aware of has one. Talk to a trusted friend or to a trusted family member or a therapist or even a teacher. I mean, it's not healthy to, you know, hold all that stuff inside of you and not tell anyone. Don't do what I did and let yourself get to that point. I mean, you know what's good for you, you know what's best for you, and only you know what's going to make you happy, and you really need to listen to that, and you really need to go with it. Don't let, like I said, don't let the fear and the anxiety and society stop you from being you, because God made you this way, and you're on this earth for a reason. And don't give up on yourself, and don't lose sight of who you really are. And I mean, don't let coming out scare you. I thought for sure when I came out that, you know, people would reject me or I'd lose a whole bunch of family or whatever, but honestly, that's not the case. Like, me and my family are probably closer now than we've ever been, and since I told everyone in my family and all my friends and stuff, I have gotten nothing but a whole bunch of love and a whole bunch of support. And I thought for sure once I told my grandma, and I was so afraid to tell her, like, I was dreading the day I told her. But I thought for sure when I told her that she wouldn't understand and she would, you know, disown me or whatever. And finally one day I told myself, you have to tell her, you have to tell her. So I wrote her an email, and I was freaking out. She actually called me and she left me the sweetest voicemail ever, and she told me, you know, how much she loves me, and as long as I'm happy, she's happy, and how great it is that all my anxiety went away. And that just goes to show, you know, you never know what's going to happen until you actually do it, and you always think of the worst things that are going to happen, and usually that's not the case. Instead of listening to the fear and the anxiety inside of you, and instead of letting that stuff control you, you control the fear and the anxiety for the better. So, I mean, that's what I do. Instead of letting that fear and, you know, the anxiety and all the negative emotions control me, I control it to further me in life and with myself. And that's, you know, what you guys need to do. I know it's hard and I know it's really scary, but you can still do it, and you need to do it for you. At the end of the day, you're the only person that you have. You're the only person that you can count on. So don't let that person down. Don't let yourself down. And, you know, love yourself. Be yourself. That's why I quit YouTube and social media. I just really needed to take that time for myself to figure things out and, you know, to let myself get crazy and depressed, I guess, to be who I am today. But yeah, like I said, I'm back and I'm here to stay. So make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm still gonna do videos every Thursday just like before, and I'm gonna document a lot of my transition stuff. So there's going to be that on here, and there's going to be the makeup tutorials and the vloggings and the rants and the story times and just, you know, all sorts of different kinds of things. So make sure you subscribe, watch for my videos every Thursday. Take care of yourself, love yourself, and be yourself. See you all next Thursday. Go away! God, I don't know what's going on with my hair.